Roman Reigns has not been champion since WrestleMania 40, when he lost the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in the main event of WrestleMania 40 to the American Nutmeg Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes finished his story against Roman Reigns by defeating him to end the historic 1,316-day title reign, which is the fourth longest title reign in wrestling history. It's now coming up 2 years since Roman Reigns held the championship, of course, and people are starting to speculate when Roman Reigns will become champion again. So today, in this video, I'll be giving you my prediction for each route which Roman Reigns could take to win either the WWE Undisputed Championship, which of course was formerly his, or the new championship he's never won, the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. So I hope you're going to enjoy this video. It's going to be an awesome to record. Always remember, smash that like and subscribe button too to flip the channel, and let's get into this one. So of course, like I said, Roman Reigns lost the title back in April of 2024 at WrestleMania 40 to Cody Rhodes. He then returned to August 2024 at SummerSlam to take down Solo Sikoa. He then, of course, eventually won back the Ula Fala, once again becoming the only and the real Tribal Chief. He had a bit of a slow 2025, never really getting anything started, of course, with rivalries of Bronson Reed and going against the Vision, of course, at WrestleMania, picking up his second loss in a year, or in a row, I meant, to Seth Rollins and CM Punk in a triple threat match on the Night 1 main event. He only had one good thing, becoming the man to main event the most WrestleManias ever, holding the record at 10 main events at WrestleMania, which is still amazing, but that's not all we're here for. And Roman Reigns said at Survivor Series that to Cody Rhodes that I'm coming for you, I'm coming for your title. And on the Raw before Survivor Series, he looked at both men and said, that title, didn't specify which one, would look so much better on my shoulder. So Roman Reigns' ambitions is to become a world champion again, and it could be his final one. We know with Roman Reigns' schedule, of course, getting slower and slower, with only making about 15 appearances last year across all shows, including promos and matches. He only had about 8 matches last year in total. And the last 3 years, he's had 24 matches, compared to the last 7 years before that, having over 1,000 matches. So it shows you that he's really slowing down. So this could be the final opportunity that WWE and Roman Reigns gets at holding one more world championship before retirement. So I think we should go down both routes and see. But before that, let's go over Roman Reigns' non-championship run of being the OTC, of course. Like I said, he returned at SummerSlam to avenge himself and reclaim the Ula Fala from, of course, his cousin Solo Sikoa, which took over power of War Games, teaming with the likes of the now World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk to take down Solo Sikoa, and also in the process team with the undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. Of course, he was at the time, he's not the champion anymore. And then he had a bit of a slow 2025. Building up to the Royal Rumble, he came short, getting eliminated by CM Punk. Then at WrestleMania, in the Night 1 main event, facing Punk and Rollins, and getting pinned by Rollins once again in his career. Still never being able to pin Seth Rollins ever in his career. Only on one Monday Night Raw, which was over nearly 9 years ago now, actually. I keep forgetting it's 2026 now. And after that, he didn't return until July of 2025. Of course, since the Raw after WrestleMania. Returning and then teaming with his cousin main event Jey Uso to take on the Vision of Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, which he won. Clash in Paris, defeated Bronson Reed, went away for a bit after getting taken out of Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker at the end of Clash in Paris, or just then after their match. Returned in October to face Bronson Reed again in Australia, and lost this time. Then did not turn up till the final weeks before Survivor Series on November 17th in Madison Square Garden to go face-to-face with Brock Lesnar for the first time in over 3 years, since 2022, of course. Then he came short at Survivor Series, not, of course, CM Punk getting the pin by Bron Breakker. And then he said, I'm coming for your title, Cody. And we've not seen Roman since. So it shows that Roman's inconsistent schedule is because he's not been given a true rivalry. And with him not being champion, he's not got a lot to show up for. And the Vision storyline is not actually his storyline. He got pulled into the storyline by the likes of his cousins, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. And of course, Seth Rollins just trying to avenge himself and be a tribal chief like Roman Reigns. Of course, forcing Roman to get involved in this and take the opposition down. So let's go to Monday Night Raw with the World Heavyweight Championship. Right now, CM Punk's the champion, coming off a great win against Bron Breakker on the first Raw of 2026. And it's looking set that CM Punk's going to face Bron Breakker at WrestleMania. But news coming out that Roman Reigns will not be involved in the undisputed WWE Championship picture. It is rumored that the 3 men that could be involved, of course, the right now current champion Drew McIntyre, the American Nutmeg Cody Rhodes, and the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu, giving Jacob Fatu the biggest push of his life. So there's still a possibility that Roman Reigns could get involved in the World Heavyweight Championship. And there is 2 ways we could see it. First way, Bron Breakker wins the championship at WrestleMania, beating CM Punk to finally win his first world title only a year and a half in to, of course, being on the main roster. And we go to SummerSlam, and Roman Reigns faces Bron Breakker in the Battle of the Spear, possibly winning King of the Ring or just getting his title shot down the line. Which means that Roman Reigns would have to go for a gauntlet or King of the Ring to win the opportunity to face Bron Breakker. And he would do that, beating off men like Jey Uso, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and there's many more we could see rivalries. Which means at SummerSlam, Roman Reigns would defeat Bron Breakker for the World Heavyweight Championship, making him a 7 or 8 time world champion. And if he was to defeat Bron Breakker, he could hold the title possibly until WrestleMania, giving him a nice, decently long reign. And in WrestleMania next year, he'd possibly lose it to either like Cody Rhodes, maybe Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Jey Uso. There's many he could lose it to. But it would be very interesting if Roman Reigns was to win the World Heavyweight Championship, of course, at SummerSlam. Option number 2. Roman Reigns wins either the Royal Rumble in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, or the Elimination Chamber in February in Chicago, winning one of them to challenge CM Punk in a dream match at WrestleMania. Punk Reigns, which we possibly could have got last year, of course, for the custody of Paul Heyman at WrestleMania 41. They run it back at WrestleMania 42, most likely the Night 1 main event where Roman Reigns defeats CM Punk to win the World Heavyweight Championship and again become like an 8-time world champion. CM Punk, of course, getting handed his second in a row loss at WrestleMania, which means we could possibly see the rematch at SummerSlam where Punk gets the title back off Reigns. So Reigns can have about a 4-month reign with the title. And means that we could possibly see a heel Roman Reigns come back and finally get the bloodline back. With Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, of course, winning the tag titles a couple of weeks ago on the final Raw of 2025. We could see Roman Reigns build the bloodline back up with him being World Heavyweight Champion and the Usos being WWE Tag Team Champions. We could see the bloodline and the OG bloodline come back into full form. But there's a good possibility that Roman Reigns could win this title. Right now, he is, of course, on the brand of Monday Night Raw, feuding with Division. So down the line, Roman Reigns could choose CM Punk for something different. He respects CM Punk, and it could be a classic match that the fans have been waiting for since CM Punk's return back in Survivor Series 2023. And I would not be against seeing it. Don't know about you, but I wouldn't be. Reigns, Punk, give it to me. And then we move to the Undisputed WWE Championship, the title that Reigns made gold, of course, putting 2 titles together in the Universal title and the WWE Championship to make the Undisputed Universal title. Of course, the Universal part got retired, but Reigns made the championship of what is worthy today. Of course, with Cody Rhodes holding it twice now since him beating Reigns, and now Drew McIntyre holding it. There's a couple of possibilities that we could get for Reigns to win this championship back for maybe one of the final times ever. Option number 1. WWE and the rumours and the leakers are lying to us, and Roman Reigns does win the Royal Rumble to challenge Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania and possibly win against Drew McIntyre once again, getting the championship back that he lost 2 years ago. Possibly Cody Rhodes gets involved in that match. Maybe Cody beats him for the title once again. We don't know. There's a lot of possibilities. Option number 2. Reigns still wins the Royal Rumble, but he wins it in a triple threat against Drew and Cody to maybe get Cody and Roman have a little bit of beef, possibly setting up a WrestleMania 43 dream match to end the beef, of course, in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia next year. Of course, there will be a big match at WrestleMania 43, possibly the biggest WrestleMania of all time. So for Reigns to win it back in WrestleMania 42, WWE could go big, and possibly give him a 1-year-long reign once again, having him have some many dream matches against the likes of CM Punk, Drew McIntyre once again, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, like I said, Bron Breakker possibly. There's many dream matches they could go with this, and possibly sending Roman Reigns back to SmackDown could be the best thing for SmackDown and Roman Reigns. Option number 3. Roman Reigns misses out on the Royal Rumble, just coming up short. But Reigns goes and wins the Elimination Chamber to get a chance at the championship. But Cody Rhodes is already there. Cody Rhodes has already won the Royal Rumble. He's ready to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. But Roman pulls some slots. The World Heavyweight Championship is decided by something else. And Roman wins the chamber and says, I've earned an opportunity for a title. And I want to choose the Undisputed Championship. That's what I want. And Roman pulls his strings and gets his chance at the Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania. This is probably the most unlikely option, as the Elimination Chamber has always been known for just getting one title shot, not to choose what you get, of course. But with Roman Reigns, anything can happen, But maybe, just maybe, Cody Rhodes wins the championship before we get to WrestleMania. Maybe the Royal Rumble. Actually, no, not the Royal Rumble. Maybe the Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes defeats Drew McIntyre to win the championship for a 3rd time. And maybe Roman Reigns wins over the Rumble or the Chamber to go to WrestleMania to get the dream match, the trilogy. Rhodes reigns one last time for the Undisputed Championship to decide it. And maybe Roman Reigns defeats Cody Rhodes to end the beef, win the 3-year plus long rivalry now, and become champion once again and feel like he's finally back after his revenge tour is done of being the OTC, reclaiming the Ulafala from Solo Sikoa, getting his revenge on Cody Rhodes and winning the championship back that he lost to Cody Rhodes 2 years ago now in Bloodline Rules in probably the greatest WrestleMania match we have ever seen. So there is so many possibilities that Roman Reigns could, how he could win the championship again. And what do you lot think? I want you to drop your comments down below on how you think Roman Reigns could become WWE Undisputed Champion or World Heavyweight Champion once again. What do I think is more likely? I think it's more likely that Roman Reigns wins the Undisputed WWE Championship as his next world title. I think him win the World Heavyweight Championship I would still not be against because, of course, it's still a big title. But Roman Reigns said it was the loser bracket title, the mid and the B tier title. It was not on the same level as the Undisputed Championship. And in a way, he's right. Every man that's competed for the Undisputed Championship, or not the World Heavyweight Championship, he's beat. He's beat most of them men, the likes of Seth Rollins, AJ Styles. He's already beat them too that already competed for it in that tournament. Finn Balor, who he's already beaten. You know, there was a load of wrestlers in there. Drew McIntyre's competing for it, he beat. You know, a lot of competition in there, but Roman Reigns had already beaten most of them men. And the Undisputed Championship has a different relevance and a different feel about it, where it just feels like it's the real title. The WWE Championship has got a different value compared to the World Heavyweight Championship. And right now, and still I think always, it will feel more prestige than the World Heavyweight Championship. So I think Roman will most likely win the Undisputed Championship if he was to win another world title this year, but maybe in the near future. WWE could possibly wait till 2027 for Roman Reigns to win the title. But I do think it'll be this year. I think WWE give Roman Reigns one last title opportunity this year. And I think it's likely, very likely, that at WrestleMania 43, we get the dream match that has been 3 years in the making, of course, since 2024 when it got cancelled. Roman Reigns, the OTC, the Tribal Chief, versus The Rock, the final boss in a dream match we've been waiting for. Whoever wins is the real Tribal Chief. And Reigns could possibly hang up his boots there and call it a day. Or maybe he goes on to hand over the Tribal Chief status and the Ulafala, which I think is most likely to main event Jey Uso, which I think will happen eventually. Maybe at WrestleMania 2028, WrestleMania 44, he loses to Jey Uso, and then that's when he retires. But we're not talking about it right now. So what do you lot think? Will Roman Reigns win another WWE title in his career, of course? When he will win it, and what title it will be, how he will win it? I want to hear your comments, because I read every single one of them, only if there's ever 2 of them. But I read every single one of them. So thank you for watching the video. It has been an awesome to record. Always, remember, smash the like and subscribe button to the flipping channel, and I will see you little dirty faces soon. Goodbye, guys.